Hello everyone, Agnes here. I have got another wonderful success story interview for you today, and today it's with Valia. Hello Valia.
Hello everybody. Hello Agnes.
Nice to see you and very excited to hear your story in your own words. Before we start, can you tell people where you are in the world so they know?
Yes, I live in Greece.
Okay, lovely. Now, can you go back on the timeline and we will go back to what was going on before you manifested this wonderful SP relationship? What happened? What did you learn, and how did you get to where you are today?
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's important just to describe myself a bit as a child briefly, so that maybe people can understand that my evolution is a correct word. I grew up very lovingly. I was a happy child, but I was very shy and very. I was afraid of saying the wrong thing. I wasn't very outgoing, but I was happy. Normal life, but I was very shy, and I didn't have self-worth. I didn't trust in myself. Anyway, I divorced my husband in 2018. He is not my SP. And that was the time when I searched online how to get an ex back, how to get a text. And these were my first meditations, I think, for everybody.
Mm.
At that time, I did manifest him back, but only for a short while. And afterwards, I did some self-love exercises from many coaches.
Yeah.
But in summer 2020, I was feeling a lot better. So at that time, I was having a good time. I wasn't thinking about my ex-husband, and that was when I met my new SP. And it was a surprise for me that he had all the qualities that I was thinking during this whole time. I wanted a new relationship with a new man with some qualities that my ex-husband didn't have, which I wanted. So we met at the gym. At first, we didn't go out because he was leaving from his marriage. He was married with a kid, and we started dating after a few months. It was COVID. First, we how to say, we were having a good time. We were like good chemistry, and it was like we knew each other for 4 years before. But also that time I was listening a lot of self-love meditations. Then I stopped. From the beginning, my trouble with him, my problem was that he had a family. I never wanted to have someone who had a family before. So that was on my mind during this whole time. So it was, let's say, from the beginning of 2021 until this year. And he didn't do anything to make me feel insecure, and that's why I hear your words in our mails. You said that nobody can make us feel insecure. we feel insecure by ourselves. But at that time, I always wanted to feel like I'm his first choice, but I didn't feel like that. And it was my problem. He didn't do anything to make me feel otherwise. So this Easter, during Easter, we broke up. It was my fault. And that was when I listened to an interview from your viewer. I mentioned her name.
Yeah.
And she inspired me very much. And that was when I knew that all the self-love practices and the work I did before, it wasn't enough.
Yeah. Valia, just so the viewers know, which interview was it?
Oh, can I say it?
Yes.
Marilyn.
Marilyn's. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm having trouble of thinking the details now.
That's okay.
No. We broke up because I had an outburst for his situation.
Yeah.
But it was the truth is that it was me who wasn't feeling good with myself. I wasn't feeling first best. After that outburst, we broke up. After a few days after that, I called him to come over and make up, but he denied. And that was the seconds we hung up the phone. I knew that I could get him back, but that wasn't my goal. My goal was and still is to have self-love and feel like I'm okay 100%, because all the work I did back then, it made me feel better, but that was the proof that there is much more work to do. And I remember that I mailed you then, and you told me that you will thank him later. And I do because maybe it was so it was Easter, April, May, and June we got back together. It was a very short time, but at that time I found more things about myself. I don't think that it's over, and my main focus is to make this a practice for forever, if I can.
Yeah. When you say it's not over, Valia, do you mean the self-love work, as in continuing to work on yourself?
Yes, I feel like this has to be an ongoing practice. It has to be, at least for me,
yes,
how I feel about myself. I feel okay, but I think that if you say that I have this goal and I attracted my SP or the job or the car or something, and you say that that's it, you will go steps back if you forget the practices.
So can I ask you, in terms of self-love, what were the main things that you did specifically?
I did affirmations,
Yeah.
a lot of them. And even when I didn't feel like, I didn't feel love, but I kept saying it. And I remember that you mentioned in one of your YouTubes that you wake up during the night and it's like a motto, man.
Yeah.
In your head.
Yeah.
I'm loved. I'm first best. I feel secure.
Yeah.
And after a while, I did feel everything I said. And
Nice.
that was amazing. Also, I did many self-love meditations. Letting go meditations. I remember that I have this noted down. It's one of from your meditation channel, the one that you have your thing and you place it in a basket and there is a light coming and you give it. That was very healing for me. Also, inner child, you mentioned this in one of our emails, and from Brandon Bays.
Yes.
I listened to her YouTubes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, the practice from Neville Goddard, Imagine Before Sleep.
Yes.
For a specific person, but the meditations I did for self-love and for inner child and first best were the ones I did every day. Specific person wasn't so often.
Yeah.
Because I did it. I felt okay, but I think that if I did it many times, it made me more anxious.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's about it. The practices.
Can I ask you, because there was something you said a little while ago. You said that when you left your husband, you had then other things you wanted in a new relationship. So what did you not get in the marriage that you would have liked in your next person, which is your specific person now? What were the qualities or the character traits or the things you really wanted this time?
A man who is more sociable.
Yes.
Outgoing. Who smiles a lot.
Yes.
Who is easygoing. And who laughs when you break a glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And he's like that.
Yes.
Lovely.
He's like that. He smiles a lot. He compliments me every time, all the time. He laughs with me. He laughs with my flaws.
Yeah. Lovely. That's lovely. And when you look back, when you said you had the outburst and it caused the breakup, when you look back at that, what do you think was the main thing you were feeling? Were you not feeling important, that you weren't a priority, that you weren't loved? Which ones were they, do you think?
I think it was that I was afraid that I wouldn't be a priority in the future, if we have a future. Because a man with he has a family, and I think that in my mind, and that was the interpretation you mentioned, a man who has a family will always have his family a priority, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
But
when you say a family, do you mean more like lots of children? Or
no. He has one child, and one child. Yes. I thought that I wouldn't feel a priority, but he never. The funny thing is that he told me the opposite. That of course his child is going to be his priority forever, but that would be if we were married together and we had our child.
Yeah.
So during those months, the meditations and your YouTubes, I think that I watched all of your YouTubes concerning this subject.
Yeah.
Not an SP and self-love or Neville Goddard. Everyone is you pushed out.
Yeah.
Inner child.
Did you do Ho'oponopono as well?
Yes. Not not so many times. I think that I need to do more.
Okay.
But I focused more on the inner child. That I think that this time really helped me because I
Yeah.
did it consistently.
Yeah. So did you do inner child work like every week, or how did you clear the old stuff?
The YouTubes from Radon Base have, I think 25. I don't remember how many YouTube's meditations she has, and it's one day for one meditation at night for 20 days. I don't remember how many days.
Is it the series, The Healing Journey? Yes, I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put that down below for people because it's excellent, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Some of her meditations are very powerful. Also, I did your meditations inner child also. The one you have a combination, first best, I think, inner child, and that helped me a lot too.
Yeah.
I did this every day.
Every day. Wow. No. For how long? A month or two, or
2 months for sure.
Wow. Okay.
No. I think that this is a practice that even if I don't feel like doing it, I will do it, because the stuff that trouble us, they sometimes don't come to the surface.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think doing the inner child work is half, and doing the self-love is the other half. And then you have a totally different vibration and energy in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I've never heard of anyone doing inner child every single day. You're the first one. So that's wonderful.
It made me feel clear and clean, because as I told you before, I was shy. I was I couldn't speak my mind, and I felt really good when I did these meditations. I was speaking.
When you did it every day, Valia, did you have some days where a lot of pain would come up and then other days nothing?
Yes, nothing. No, I didn't know nothing. I felt compassion for my inner child.
Lovely.
And pain, not so pain. It was more compassion than pain.
Lovely.
Maybe a little bit of pain, because I didn't do. It's like regretting not doing it sooner for my inner child. But I felt healed, and I felt okay and relieved. And sometimes, some of the days that I was really into it, it was so amazing feeling the inner child in me, like growing in me.
Yeah. Well, it's so interesting because it's almost like we ignore the inner child, and that's why it has outbursts.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take time to allow your inner child to feel its emotions, to let them out, to acknowledge how, you're giving yourself reassurance, you're giving yourself praise, you're giving yourself, look, I love you, and all these things, it takes all the pressure off that other person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's terrific. Well done to you. Well done.
Thank you. I guess, thank you. I feel good about that. But I also feel that I have to keep going. At least for me, I think that if it helps me having a goal, maybe a small one, like going on vacation, or now why not manifest more money to buy something, or I think that it keeps me going.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fall into the old pattern of I'm good now. I feel great. Yeah, and I'm good, and we're back together. It's all amazing. But it's nice having a goal.
Yeah,
at least for me.
Definitely.
And how we got back together was at his birthday. A few days later, I also emailed you back then, and you advised me not to, if I wanted to contact him, just to be for his, to wish him happy birthday, not expecting anything in return.
Yes.
And it was a few days after his birthday that I decided to wish him happy birthday, just that. I was feeling, I couldn't explain it. Perfect. It was like, I don't know, like I had a birthday. So I wished him happy, I texted him happy birthday. He said a plain thank you. I didn't feel sad because I didn't expect anything. I felt more happy, like, okay, happy birthday. If you want to be by yourself, I wish you all the best. I really did think of that. And a few
Yeah.
hours later, he texted me to get together. I miss you, see you, and that was the beginning. So it was.
But isn't it, Valia, isn't it interesting? Because you clear all your inner child stuff, you keep working on that, you get to a point where you have compassion for your own inner child, then you send a text from an unconditional loving place.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking to get anything, and then he comes around. It's like your energy just totally shifted.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to meet you. That is just beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Did you talk about, like, did you go back and say, you know, I was thinking about what happened and this is what I think now? Did you go over and explain any work that you did, or you just keep that to yourself?
I didn't explain anything really, but I told him that this time off was good for me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of mentioning now to him.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's good to wait,
Mm-hmm.
to build the trust, to build the connection, to build the fun. And then when the timing is right, you can say what you did, and that brings you closer together. I think it is the greatest gift you can give to a relationship is the work, the inner child work, the self-love work.
Mm-hmm.
That is the greatest gift you will ever give the person you are in a relationship with, to keep doing the work.
Yes. And it's funny because we don't talk about law of attraction. Like it's self-love is if you have self-love and you believe in yourself, then everything will come to you.
Yes. Yeah. Wow, you did some really intense, like Marilyn, you did some really intense learning in a short period of time.
Yes. But
yeah.
I don't know if it's good. I want to keep it. I am afraid that if I want to have like Monday I will do this, Tuesday I will do this, because I want to keep it.
Yes. And you know, sometimes people get back together and then all of a sudden they stop all the work they do. And then 6 months or a year later, I get another email saying, oh, we've broken up again. And I've started my self-love again, but I'm, you know, I'm annoyed now that I stopped doing it, because that was what was the fertilizer for the relationship, was all the work you do on yourself. So it really is such a good learning that once you understand the importance of self-love and inner child work, you do it for the rest of your life whenever you need it, but you do it fairly regularly, like you said, to keep yourself clean.
Yes, yes. And the funny thing is that before I attacked him, I had practiced self-love, but it wasn't so consistent. And when we broke up, I said to myself, why did you stop? Yeah. Because the great thing is to feel like that during the relationship. for yourself.
Yes.
Mostly.
And it's so good to feel good when you're by yourself, whether you're in a relationship or not.
Yes, yes.
It's makes the day better. It makes the connections with other people better. It makes your relationship with money better. It makes your relationship with your job, your boss, your colleagues. It's like it grounds you into a really beautiful place. So it's like you become a garden and you flourish. It's wonderful. I love hearing that you're still doing the work, and I love hearing that you enjoy it. It's almost like you have to get to the point where you make your relationship with yourself more important than the relationship with the other person. And then from that place, your feeling of security and loved and wanted, and that you matter in the world, the other person gets the benefit of that.
Yes, and it's like you have this knowledge now. Why waste it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask you, Valia, do you do your affirmations in English or in Greek?
I do them in Greek, but some yes, some things you say, I don't remember now what was the sentence. Don't make sense in Greek.
Yeah.
They don't sound good. So God makes way where there is no way. That's in English.
Yes.
That's better in English.
Yeah, that's funny. It's kind of weird. It's even a little bit strange in English. It's funny wording, but yeah.
No, it's okay. It's nice. I like it better in English. And when I do your meditations and you say the affirmations, I think of them in Greek.
Okay, nice. Nice.
I have your voice in my head. And also I listen to meditations, not in the car, but when I'm at work and I can put the earplugs, I listen to meditations or YouTubes.
Yeah.
They help me a lot. I don't know if they work, but they keep me calm.
Yes.
It's nice to have this in the background.
Lovely. Lovely. So now, are you doing 4 days a week, 5 days a week? How many? Do you have a few days off? What's your weekly routine now?
I have a few days off.
Yeah.
I have some maybe 4 or 3 times a week. I want to do more.
Yeah.
But I don't want to feel anxious about that too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
This is a transition to making this a habit, because I did it to heal myself. Then we got back together. Then I continue doing it, but now I want to figure out how it's going to be for me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing it maybe for money, meditations for money also. Just to have something like a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. And doing it relaxed, and doing it because it's fun, and doing it because you're not under pressure of a heartbreak or, huge amounts of stress or feeling unloved and unwanted. It's like once you get one area really, really good and secure because of the work you've done, it makes all the other areas easier because you're not under so much stress. Yeah.
And there is so much stuff to learn, and you mentioned them in your YouTube from many people. And I want to learn more.
Yeah. It's wonderful. I'm so thrilled for you, Valia, and I'm so grateful that you wrote your story and that you've done the interview, because you know how much it helps when you're suffering to listen to someone who is, 6 months ahead of you that's got relief, that's calm, that's, you know, really in a good self-loving place, it really helps to listen. And you think, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. And one day I can send in a success story and I can do an interview. And I think it helps you to, you know that there's other people before you that are helping you. They're paving the way for you to be able to do it. So I'm so thrilled for you, and it is just so lovely. It's so lovely. And when I hear someone that really puts their self-love first, it just makes me so happy. It's so good, because it's like, yes, you understand and you know now, and no one can ever take that away from you. And it's free. You don't have to pay. All you have to do is spend some time and give it a bit of time each day, 3, 4, 5 days a week, and have a few days off. And your life just gets better and better and better.
It's amazing, yes. And I listened to many of your interviews, not only Marilyn, but I'm grateful for all of the people that you interviewed, because it's very helpful to see. I know that my English isn't very good, and I hope that people will understand what I say and to get my point across, that it's easy. If you do it, it's easy. Not getting him or her back, but you get to this place where you don't care. I know it's scary for some people, but you don't. You said in one of your YouTubes that the love isn't over there.
Yeah.
It's inside of you, and I felt that.
Yeah.
Great
So
feeling.
wait, can I ask you, when you were saying that you would do lots of affirmations, and then one day, like, was it just one day where you felt you were doing I am love or something and you felt loved? Like, were you trying to feel it, or did it just happen for you?
At first, when it was when we broke up, when we had this argument, and a few days later I texted him to get back together, and he replied no. I was determined to do it like prescription. So I did it many times. I didn't feel too bad about myself. Okay, because I didn't feel too bad, but I didn't feel that kind of love. So I did it many times, not feeling it. And after a few days, I felt like that was me. It's in my character. I'm secure. I'm first best. I'm a priority, because that's me. That's Valia. That's my hair is black. I'm loved.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beautiful. Yeah, because it's not always the same. Some people feel their affirmations. Some people just say them. Some people say them for a long time and they don't feel anything. So it's like everybody has a slightly different experience with doing lots of affirmations. And, you know, I was talking to someone today and they said, look, I do lots of affirmations, but I can't feel anything. And I said, don't worry about it. It was the same for me. It's getting your mind used to them. And when the timing's right, I think the feeling comes naturally on its own, but you don't have to worry about that. Let that go. Just get your mind used to them. Say them a lot. It pulls you away from negative thinking, from feeling that you don't matter, that you're not important, that you're not a priority, et cetera, et cetera. And eventually it's like something just blooms inside of you and you get it. It's like when you start riding a bike and you keep falling off. One day you pedal and you don't fall off and you do this. And it's the same with the self-love affirmation. One day it just clicks.
And also it builds up inside of you, I think.
Yes.
And you can see it if you have an argument, or maybe one day you're a bit off. You see, at least for me, you see that you might be a little bit sad for something, but you're less sad than before.
Yeah.
Because self-love keeps you, how to say, afloat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrific. Wonderful. Well, have you got any last words for people that are still struggling and they're heartbroken, or they're still not seeing their specific person? Is there anything that you want to tell them before we go?
I want to say that it's also important to give yourself a break for a few days and maybe feel the pain and have a good cry to get it off of your system, and then start doing the work.
Yeah.
Because you will definitely see results.
Yeah.
And maybe explore, like if something doesn't work, maybe try something else. Like if affirmations don't work a bit, try meditations. For me, scripting wasn't, I didn't feel good about that. Maybe I will try it now. I have an open mind, but do many practices.
Yes. Yeah. Keep it down to 2 or 3, no more, I think. And I think the ones that clear the old inner child emotions and the ones that really work on disciplining the mind, then your emotions calm down, because you're dealing with the 2 things, the outbursts of the inner child and the thinking. Those are the 2 things that really, I think, help you to mature into an adult from a child. Like you're like acting like a child often in relationship. Doing this work makes you turn into an adult. Yeah. Well, lovely, Valia. That's beautiful. And I just love hearing your story, and I think it will inspire many people. I will put in the description below anything you and I talked about, and I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, and I will see you as well in the next YouTube. And please feel free to put comments in the thread so Valia can answer you if you have any questions. And Valia, you stay on the Zoom call and we'll say goodbye in private. Bye, everybody.